Elijah's story. 3 of 8. The boy and the shared lunch. There are moments when our hearts ache for another, when we see someone struggling, alone, or in need. For Elijah, today was one of those moments. He watched a new classmate, quiet and visibly out of place, grappling with the unfamiliar rhythm of school life. A genuine desire to help stirred within him, a natural impulse to ease their burden. But then, a quiet doubt crept in. What could he, a young boy, with seemingly little to offer, possibly do? His resources felt too small, his influence too insignificant. It was a common human dilemma, wanting to make a difference, yet feeling utterly inadequate to the task. The weight of his classmates' struggle, combined with his own internal conflict, felt heavy on Elijah's young shoulders. When faced with such a quandary, an instinct born of previous encounters guided him. He turned to the old book, that steadfast companion in his journey of discovery. He knew deep down that its ancient pages held not just stories, but keys to understanding the timeless challenges of the human heart. He hoped it would offer a different perspective, a pathway to overcoming his sense of smallness, to finding a way to truly help. And there, within the sacred texts, a story unfolded that resonated deeply with Elijah's unspoken anxieties. It was the story of Jesus by the Sea of Galilee, facing a vast multitude, 5,000 men, not counting women and children, who had followed him for days, now hungry and far from any town. The disciples, practical and concerned, pointed out the impossibility of feeding so many. "We have only 5 barley loaves and 2 fish," one said, referring to a small boy's humble lunch. "But what are these among so many?" Imagine that boy stepping forward with his meager offering. In the face of such immense need, his small meal must have seemed utterly insignificant, almost embarrassing. Yet, took those 5 loaves and 2 fish. He looked up to heaven, gave thanks, and broke them. And then, a miracle unfolded. The disciples began to distribute the food, and it multiplied in their hands. Everyone ate until they were full, and when they gathered the leftovers, there were 12 baskets brimming with food. It wasn't the size of the initial offering that mattered, but the open heart with which it was given, and the divine power that transformed scarcity into miraculous, overwhelming abundance. Elijah's eyes widened with understanding. It wasn't about having a grand solution or an abundance of resources. It was about the willingness to share what little you had, with an open heart. The boy with the loaves and fish didn't have enough to feed 5,000, but he had something, and he offered it. And that small act of generosity, placed in the right hands, was multiplied beyond measure. Elijah understood that his own kindness, however small it might seem, held immense potential. It wasn't the size of the offering that truly mattered, but the spirit of generosity, the genuine desire to connect and uplift, that could lead to miraculous ripples of hope and connection. He no longer felt small or inadequate. He felt empowered to act, knowing that even the simplest gesture, offered with love, could make a profound difference. Elijah approached his new classmate, not with grand gestures, but with the quiet courage of a kind heart. A simple smile, a shared moment, a word of understanding. These were his loaves and fish. And just like that, a connection was made, a small act that promised to multiply. What small act of kindness can you offer today, and how might it create a ripple effect in someone's life or even your own? Share your thoughts below, and remember that every genuine offering, no matter how humble, holds the potential for abundance. Like and subscribe to follow Elijah's journey as he continues to discover the timeless wisdom hidden in plain sight. Thanks for watching.